Tonight, Action News Jax investigates how a Jacksonville firefighter may be violating city code by working for the company contracted to staff Alligator Alcatraz. I'm Tanika Hughes.
And I'm Ben Becker. Action News Jax state and local government reporter Jake Stofan is live. Jake, Lieutenant Todd Smith should have disclosed his secondary employment with the city.
Well, at least not yet, but we were told by the city after we started asking questions that Smith has indicated he plans to submit the proper form at some point this week. Well, that's more than 2 years after he initially took the job with Critical Response Strategies. JFRD Lieutenant Todd Smith is once again coming under scrutiny. Smith previously resigned from his role as Jacksonville's Chief of Emergency Services in 2023 after an Action News Jax investigation revealed accusations of sexual harassment. Since then, he's applied twice to become the city's fire chief, but never got the job. Now it's his employment with the private company that's raising concerns. Smith's LinkedIn page shows he's worked for Critical Response Strategies, the company that landed a $78.5 million contract to help staff Alligator Alcatraz for more than 2 years. Smith's employment in and of itself wouldn't be an issue if he had disclosed his second job to the city. But according to the city of Jacksonville, Smith never filed the necessary disclosure form. City officials also tell Action News Jax Smith has previously filled out 2 secondary employment disclosure forms for jobs with FSCJ and GetInstructors.com.
To see a public official double dip into government funds is shameful.
State Representative Anna Eskamani, who's been raising alarms about Critical Response Strategies' involvement with Alligator Alcatraz, argues Smith's association with the company is yet another red flag.
This is an institution that's operating without rules, without laws, with no due process, no background checks on those who are getting hired.
We reached out directly to Smith for comment and asked him if he could provide any evidence to show he did disclose his employment with Critical Response Strategies. A red receipt shows he saw the message this morning, but never responded. According to city code, violations of the secondary employment disclosure policy is a Class C offense, punishable by a $100 fine and up to 60 days in jail.
But it definitely emphasizes how we need to shut down this detention facility and also hold every person who's profiting off it illegally accountable.
Now, given the city now says Smith does plan to file that disclosure form, it seems unlikely that he's going to face any repercussions, but it's still unclear why he waited so long until we started asking questions to come into compliance. For local coverage you can count on live on the South Side, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.
People being held at Alligator Alcatraz are suing the Trump administration and the state of Florida. The class action lawsuit is accusing the government of trying to stop people from communicating with their lawyers and filing motions with an immigration court. It states detainees aren't able to meet with their lawyers in person or have phone and video calls like at a jail or a prison. The lawsuit goes on to say detainees have to use payphones where the calls are monitored and recorded, which they say goes against attorney-client privilege. They also claim the calls are infrequent and only last 5 minutes.